to say like that. So we started a small startup called Padmaja Enterprises, cotton handbags manufacturing and sales, designing me, and we taken Mudra Finance and raw support and all the things. We do at Tirupati, our manufacturing unit at Chandagiri. So we are not in crores, like we talk here, we are not in running in crores. We are running only in lakhs, in thousands, that's it. But I'm very happy to say my mother is an entrepreneur. And I'm very happy this day to stand here. I want to address three people. So first of all, I should address my teacher, my guru, Murli Krishna Reddy, late Murli Krishna Reddy Garu, my faculty at Narayana College, who really sends a teacher in me. So I went to corporate. When I came back due to some family issues, he suggested me, literally forced me, I can be a good teacher. I was feared, I cannot make to teach 6 months a people, it's not possible to me. But he made me out of that. And second person is my wife. So she was always says yes. Maybe she interested or not what I am in doing, but she always very smiley with a cup of tea. Every choice she was supporting me. And the third thing, my best friend, one of my best friend, I should say on this stage, Kumar. When I came a little bit down in the life, so they supported me in rising the thing. So always I say one thing to the students in my class, especially whatever the subjects I take. One thing commonly I will say, don't become costly labor. So be at least a self-employed, a part of your salary so that you can improve yourselves. So the same thing I was happy to say and share that. I meet here like these programs, thanks to the organizers for giving full opportunity to make us students once again and feel our old days. So thank you.
If not for the chocolate, yeah, it was a nice introduction. And I like the part, like, I'm always a feminist. So you mentioned about your mother and wife. That's really very attractive. And, I felt really good about it. Yeah, usually this doesn't happen to a lot of women, right? Okay, anybody else? Okay, not anybody else. Who is coming now? Yeah. Shall we start from partner? Yeah? Yes, ma'am, please come.
Venkatesaya. Dear friends, good afternoon to all of you. At the outset, I would like to congratulate and appreciate Bhanushri Madam's effort for creating this wonderful program over here. Myself, Dr. K. Umarani, I am Professor of Psychology and IIC convener in Degree and PG College, TTD, in Tirupati. And the thing I want to associate myself with is happiness. Actually, my name is Uma, which is another name for Parvati, which is a... So woman is always par, I don't want to mention that. It is happiness to be associated with. I want to be people around me to be very happy, very positive, and I always feel that whoever interacts with me should definitely feel little happy after that interaction, and they should have some value addition to their life after meeting me. That is my, desire always whenever I interact with people. And this is my introduction. And thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you, one and all.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I appreciate Bhanushri Reddy Madam for taking the initiative of organizing such a big event. Actually, very, very useful event. So we have established IIC in our college. In the beginning, we don't know how to take it forward, but our convener Umarani Madam took the initiative, and last year we have got appreciation certificate for our IIC from the MOE. And just as a part of introduction, so my name is Dr. Bhuvaneshwari Devi Chintirla. So I am the IQAC coordinator and innovation coordinator, NIRF coordinator of Sri Padmavati Women's Degree and PG College. So I did my postdoctoral research in University of California, Riverside. So I have lot many publications which are of really in high reputed journals like Nature, Biometals, and Journal of Developmental Neuroscience, so on. But I never attempted to make my innovations to the entrepreneurship level. As Sir rightly told, it should be taken forward to the entrepreneurship level. This workshop really giving me some right pathway where I could able to take my research forward to the entrepreneurship levels. So thank you, sir, for your wonderful inputs you gave me in the morning. Really, I appreciate a lot for your guidance, and you have shown the right path to take our research forward. Thanks a lot, madam, for making me as a participant in this seminar. So I give my lecture as a white paper because I am a neuroscientist. I don't take anyone to carry in my mind always. I keep all my mind always very clean because I know the stress levels we carry forward if we keep our mind encrypted with lot of memories, right? So I just keep myself as white paper always. Thank you.
I am Banu, District Science Officer, Tirupati. I am thankful to Banusri Reddy Madam for giving this opportunity. Thank you, ma'am. And also your team. I am child scientist maker. We conduct many science project competitions in different platforms. Most of the students will get so many projects, but after winning or losing, keep the projects in their school shelves, that's all. After that, if there is any competition, they will take that project and they will present. Using it. There is no integration. There is no project refining, nothing. In basic level, most of the projects are being made by the teachers itself. Okay. I want to learn something from this IZ training program. I have made 3 projects in COVID times, herbal sanitizer umbrella, and also ozone hand sanitizer, mini multi-purpose germ killer. These 3 projects are upgraded and also marketed by me. It is purchased by so many hospitals. It is directly or indirectly, my technology has been transferred to hospitals, also institutions. They have purchased with my students. It is the basic concept. I want to let you know that what we are doing, it should help for others. It should help others. It should be useful to the public. So, as engineering students also doing so many internship or in other ways. They purchase by Civictronics or any other form. What is the use in it? There is no use at all. After this session, you have to make them understand the uses of innovations. So, I would like to take this opportunity and I want to have a group, all these lecturers, professors and teachers. We want to let this experience to all the public and make it success. Thank you. Yes, I have introduced it in the earlier. Banu Prasad, madam. My name is. What? I could not understand. I could not. Yeah. And I want to introduce by chalk piece, ma'am. Chalk piece. Okay. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We have initiated a dialogue. We went to the schools, if not for all to the schools in the district, but we went to the premium schools in the Tirupati,
Okay.
and we made them aware about what is entrepreneurship, how they can start their startup at their age,
Yes.
and we them for competition. They have done it, and we have given some prizes and
Thank you,
gifts
sir.
and
Thank
all
you,
that
sir.
stuff. And we told them how is that they can transform it into a startup also. So we are in the game. So it is only that there is a communication gap. Of course,
Yes,
is there because it is you are in the district administration. We are in the university gap. So we
Sir,
need to address this gap.
In rural areas also, the students are very bright, sir. They can understand what we are telling. They can develop their projects by themselves. But we are not allowing them to do that project. We simply say, what I am said, you please initiate them, ignite them, so that make wonders, sir. We are not allowing them. If you allow them, if you give ideas, so many problems are there in the society. What you were told by in the morning, first we have to understand the problems, and then we have to search for it. In the Google, in social media, in YouTube or Google, there are so many ideas are there, but we have to integrate it. Without integration, even small idea is, if it applies for a number of group in our society, it is also a good idea. So scientists will distinguish and they will solve the major problems. Only students and you, like guys, involved in small problems. So make it success, this program, and take it to your students. Thank you.
Good afternoon to all. Myself, Dr. Entrepreneurship Sharma. I am working as a teacher in a high school, which is just 10 kilometers away from this ISER. That is JP High School, Muchuvolu of Srikalahasti Mandal. Myself connected to learning. Every day learn at least one new thing, at least word of a meaning. This is my passion, and I am practicing it for the last 20 years. And myself and my students developed many projects and presented at different levels. One of the best project is eco-friendly techniques for crop protection, which was selected in national level and presented in IIT Delhi. So this is the good technique, and even the locals were inspired of these techniques, and they are benefited a lot. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Especially, I would not expect that I will be here today because of madam's given me this opportunity. I'm very thankful to ma'am. Thank you.
Very good afternoon, one and all. I'm Dr. D. Subramaniam, doctorate in mechanical engineering, working as a professor and R&D head, sponsored projects, SV College of Engineering, Tirupati. మేడం అంటే మనల్ని అంటే ఒకరితో పోల్చి, ఎందుకంటే తెలుగులో అందరూ టీచర్స్, కానీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ పాలసీ 2020 ఎవరు పాటించడం లేదు. ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ పాలసీ 2020 ఏంది? మదర్ టంగ్లో మాట్లాడాలి, మదర్ టంగ్లో చెప్పాలి. ఎప్పుడు అవసరం అయితే అప్పుడు మాత్రం ఇంగ్లీష్ వాడాలి. ద రూల్ ఈజ్ చేంజ్. కష్టపడి ఇంగ్లీష్లో అంటే వీఆర్ నాట్ ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్, వీఆర్ నాట్ ది ఇంగ్లీష్ పీపుల్. ఓకే, దట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు రిమెంబర్ బికాజ్ యు ఆర్ ఆల్ టీచర్స్. సో మేడం అంటే నన్ను కంపేర్ రెండు గుర్తుకొచ్చాయి. ఫస్ట్ స్కై, నెక్స్ట్ కాదు, నేను స్కై కాదు నేచర్ అని. ఎందుకంటే ఐఎమ్ ద వన్ ఆఫ్ ది హ్యాపీయెస్ట్ పర్సన్ ఇన్ ది వరల్డ్. దీనికి బెస్ట్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ అంటే మేడం చెప్పారు, వైట్ పేపర్ అంటే ఏమీ ఉండదు, కోపం వచ్చినప్పుడే, అంటే ఏదైనా బాధ అయినప్పటి వరకు. సో ఐఎమ్ ఆల్వేస్ లాఫింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ మై చైల్డ్హుడ్ ఆన్వర్డ్స్. ఐఎమ్ ఏ గుడ్ క్యాటలిస్ట్ ఇన్ ఆల్ డైరెక్షన్. అంటే క్యాటలిస్ట్ అంటే మీకు అందరూ తెలుసు, టీచర్స్ కాబట్టి మంచి అంటే క్యాటలిస్ట్ అంటే మంచి, దాని మీరు అంటే ఇంకో మీనింగ్ మోటివేటరా? క్యాటలిస్ట్ ఇంకో పదం ఉత్ప్రేరకమే. దాని తెలుగులో కాదు సార్, ఇంకొక అర్థం నేను అడిగాను. క్యాటలిస్ట్ అంటే ఉత్ప్రేరకమే తెలుగులో. అంటే గుడ్ ఇన్స్పైర్. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఓకే. And regarding this program, thanks to the Banusri madam, I am also this program because నాకు అసలు మా మేనేజ్మెంట్ ఇవ్వలేదు, కానీ మేడం కోసం నాకున్న టార్గెట్స్ కోసం నేను ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్కి వచ్చాను. సో ఇక్కడ నాకున్న విజన్, ఐ సే ఐఎమ్ ద నేచర్, ఐఎమ్ ద స్కై. ఎక్కడ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ మారిస్తే అంటే నేషన్లో ఎడ్యుకేషన్ సిస్టమ్ మారుతుంది అనేది ఒకటి సెంట్రల్ పాలసీ, నెంబర్ 2 టీచర్స్. నా యొక్క ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ 30 years ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ చేసింది ఏంటంటే, మనవాడు చెప్పాడు అంటే కాస్ట్లీ ఏంటి ఓడాడు, కాస్ట్లీ ఎంప్లాయరా కాస్ట్లీ లేబర్. సో దాన్ని ఐడెంటిఫై చేసాము రియల్గా. ఎందుకంటే వారన్ బఫెట్ చెప్పినట్టు 2 జీతాలు ఉంటేనే ఈరోజు మనం బతకగలం. నెంబర్ 2 మోడీ ఐడెంటిఫై చేసింది ఏంటంటే ఉమెన్ ఎంపవర్మెంట్. మన కరోనా సమయంలో ఇండియా సేఫ్గా ఉందంటే అంటే సేవ్ చేసిన మనీ చాలా ఫ్యామిలీస్ని సేవ్ చేశాయి. అంటే ఉమెన్కి మాత్రమే సేవింగ్ కెపాసిటీ ఉంది, కానీ జెంట్స్కి లేదు. సో ఈ 2 డైరెక్షన్లో మీ ఫ్యామిలీలో ఇట్లా బోత్ ఎంప్లాయిడ్ అవ్వడము, ఈ ప్రైవేట్ ఉద్యోగం ఒకటే కదా. అట్లాగే ఈ కరోనాలో మనోళ్ళు చేపలు అమ్మిన వాళ్ళు, కూరగాయలు అమ్మిన వాళ్ళు కూడా ఉన్నారు టీచర్స్. కొంత సేఫ్గా మంచి కాలేజీలో ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఉన్నాము. అర్థమైందా? కాబట్టి దిస్ ఈజ్ అన్ ఆపర్చునిటీ బికాజ్ వీ కమ్ టు దిస్ ఈజ్ అన్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. అంటే దీని ముందు జస్ట్ నేను చెప్పింది ఏంటంటే, ఫస్ట్ అంటే ఇన్నోవేషన్ అండ్ ఇంక్యుబేషన్ ఎవరు స్టార్ట్ చేయాలంటే టీచర్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి. నేను ఈ యొక్క కల్చర్ మా కాలేజీలోనే స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. జస్ట్ 2 months బ్యాక్ ఓన్లీ దిస్ కాలేజ్, దిస్ ఈస్ 3rd month ఫర్ మై, బికాజ్ దట్ మీన్స్ as a administrator in 15 years in Tirupati as a different position in engineering college Tirupati itself. అంటే అది కాదు, ఇప్పుడు మీరు కూడా చేయాల్సింది ఏంటంటే సార్ అంటే వీ థ్యాంక్స్ వన్స్ అగైన్ విత్ విశ్వనాథ్ చెప్పినట్టు గవర్నమెంట్ సెక్టార్ నుంచి మీరు వచ్చారు సార్. నేనున్నాను, సార్ ఉన్నారు, ఈవెన్ మీకు చెప్పాను కదా నీలకంఠం గారు ఈజ్ మై ఫ్రెండ్. మీరు రండి. అంటే ఇంకోటి చెప్పాను కదా, ఐఎమ్ ఏ గుడ్ అంటే ఐ హ్యావ్ ఏ గుడ్ ఉమెన్ రిసోర్స్ అండ్ రిలేషన్షిప్. నాకు డైరెక్టర్స్ 4 IITsతో నాకు లింక్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈవెన్ ఐఎమ్ బెంగళూరు, ఐ హ్యావ్ ఏ గుడ్ రిలేషన్ IITs. సో మీకు ఎక్కడ ఇంక్యుబేషన్ సెంటర్ మన చుట్టే మహిళా యూనివర్సిటీ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు సార్ చెప్పారు ఎస్వి యూనివర్సిటీ, IIT తిరుపతిలో ఉంది, IIT స్పార్క్ అంటే మెడ్రాస్ IIT ఉంది, ఐహబ్ IIT హైదరాబాద్. మీకు ఎక్కడైనా ఇస్రో కావచ్చు. ఈవెన్ ఐ హ్యావ్ బికాజ్ ఐ వర్క్డ్ 5 years in ISRO as a refrigeration air condition maintenance engineer. So I have a good rapport who are supporting funds because our Telugu people ఉన్నారు అక్కడ. మీకు రెస్పాండ్ ప్రోగ్రాంలో మీరు ఎవరైనా చేసుకునేటట్టయితే ఎవరైనా అప్రోచ్ అవ్వండి. మీ ఐడియా బాగుంటే ఐ కెన్ హెల్ప్ యూ, రైట్? ఇక్కడ నా రిక్వెస్ట్ అయితే ఇక్కడ వచ్చిన టీచర్స్ అంతా ఈ రోజు నుంచి ఐ వాంట్ an entrepreneur. ఏదైనా కానీ ఏ ప్రాబ్లం అయినా కానీ. కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కూడా సార్ విశ్వనాథన్ గారు కూడా కొంతవరకే కవర్ చేశారు. మీకున్న పవర్లు అంటే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఉన్నాయంటే ఈవెన్ సస్టైనబుల్ గోల్స్ అని 17 గోల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 17 గోల్స్లో మీరు ఏ చేసుకోవచ్చు. ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రిలేటెడ్ టు టెక్నికల్. నో హంగర్, నో డిసీజెస్, హెల్త్ అండ్ వెల్త్. అర్థమైందా? వాటర్, సేవ్ ది వాటర్, సేవ్ ది ల్యాండ్, సేవ్ ది సీ. అర్థమైందా? ఇట్లా మనం చెప్పుకుంటూ పోతే టోటల్ 17 ఈవెన్ అంటే సస్టైనబుల్ గోల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఏ గోల్స్లో అయినా మీరు పని చేయొచ్చు. దానికి ఇప్పుడు మనకు వంశీ గారు ఎస్వి యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి ఉన్నారు, విశ్వనాథ్ గారు ఉన్నారు, అంటే మార్నింగ్ సూర్యకుమార్, దే ఆర్ డూయింగ్ వెల్. మహిళా యూనివర్సిటీలో కూడా ఇంక్యుబేటర్ బాగానే పనిచేయదు, అంటే టెక్నాలజీ ఇంక్యుబేషన్ సెంటర్, దే ఆర్ డూయింగ్ వెల్. సో వీఆర్ సపోర్టింగ్. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ గివింగ్ దిస్ ఆపర్చునిటీ. థ్యాంక్ యూ వన్ అండ్ ఆల్.
So, good afternoon to all. So, myself, Dr. P. Jayaprakash, so working as an associate professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So, actually, up to now, I'm totally concentrating on programming languages. By attending this program, now I understood, so what are the steps, so how to make entrepreneur. So what are the initial knowledge I have to gain? That are all things I am learning. Thanks, madam, and thanks to resource persons. So you are providing very enlightened knowledge for us. Thank you, sir. And coming to meaning of my name, Prakash, as Jaya means success, Prakash means light, so light of victory, a light of success. So just object means, okay, different persons there say the chalk is okay, good. So I am taking as a sun, madam. It's a light of success. Madam, thank you for giving this opportunity.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, one and all. Myself, K. Srinivasan, presently working at Annamacharya Institute of Technology. I am professor in management. So, first I would like to thank Manushree Madam for organizing this kind of wonderful session. As a faculty, we are teaching so many subjects. We will teach finance, marketing, all business subjects. But entrepreneurship, we are also teaching. We are teaching theoretical aspects only. So definitely this program will give me a practical, a lot of inputs. We are giving good ideas for our students to start an entrepreneurship. As a faculty, we have knowledge. We did many projects, only management related projects. Finance, HR, marketing, we know everything. Whatever business problems we can solve by guiding the students to do these projects. We are unable to give practical knowledge on business. Okay, I am also very much interested to start a business. So why? Because even we are getting salaries, but that is very limited. So we want to search for different alternatives. Okay, definitely I also start my own business. Definitely in this year I am planning, definitely after taking inputs, which business I want to start. Because so many competitions are there, definitely I will guide and make them entrepreneurs. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Very good afternoon for all the fellow mates. So even though you are senior in age, junior, so we are all fellow mates. So that's the thing I want to mention. So I am Dr. B. Sampath Kumar, and I am working for Siddharth Group of Institutions, which was located in Puttur. And last year I completed my doctorate under the guidance of M. So that is the reason I am here. So that is a hidden agenda. Primary thing which I came here. See, I have two objects two objectives why I am here. My primary objective is, so I am the one who is teaching entrepreneurship for the students. So I just convey the things which was available in the textbook, convey in the neat manner. But I don't know how to apply in a practical manner. So if they are asking any doubt, sir, I am having an idea how to pitch that and how to bring into the table and how to convert that as a prototype. Who is going to support? I don't have fund. Who is going to fund me? And I am telling that seed supporting system, incubation center, and all XYZ which was available in the textbook. But I don't know how to practically approach all these issues. So that is my primary thing. And secondary objective is, we all know that we are coming from that faculty positions. For every day we use it to run with the lots of workload and file maintenance and a lot of issues. I am taking this as an a relaxation part. I can able to relax myself in attending the 5 things. Okay, and one thing I need to compare with any objective, right? So I'm just comparing myself with the mobile phone. So for every 6 months or 1 year, we have to update our mobile phone. In case updating, you will become outdated mobile. So I'm taking this session as an updating session. So once OS is updated, then I will become an updated person and I will give a better feature for the students. Okay, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
సో myself దిలీప్ సింగ్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసిన ప్రాబ్లమ్ని సొల్యూషన్ కనుక్కోవాలి. వీ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ సొల్యూషన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసామా వెదర్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వయబుల్ ఆర్ నాట్, యునో. అండ్ అగైన్ రీసెర్చ్ అండ్ డెవలప్మెంట్ చేయాలి. ఇవన్నీ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ వీ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది ఇంక్యుబేటర్స్. ఎందుకంటే మన దగ్గర డబ్బులు ఉండవు. వి ఆల్ ఆర్ కేమ్ ఫ్రమ్ ది మిడిల్ క్లాస్ అండ్ పవర్టీ, రైట్? మన దగ్గర డబ్బులు ఉండవు స్టార్ట్ చేయడానికి. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేస్తాం మనం? బేసిక్గా ఇంక్యుబేషన్కి వెళ్తాం. డైరెక్ట్గా వెళ్ళిపోం మనం. అప్లై ఫర్ ది ఇంక్యుబేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే, అప్లై చేసిన తర్వాత ఒక 100 అప్లికేషన్స్ అప్లై చేశాను నేను. మై ఐడియా వాజ్ సింప్లీ వీఆర్ వర్కింగ్ ఆన్ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ విచ్ మేక్ వెరీ ఈజీలీ ఫర్ ది కాస్మెటిక్ రిటైలర్స్, రైట్? ఇప్పుడు వన్ థింగ్ సార్ చెప్పినట్టు ఎవ్రీబడి వాంట్స్ టు బికమ్ ఆంటర్ప్రినర్ అని కానీ షాక్ అయ్యా. రే బాబు ఎంత కష్టం ఉంటుందో. ఇట్స్ వెరీ హార్డ్ టు బికమ్ అన్ ఆంటర్ప్రినర్. ఓకే, ప్రోడక్ట్ డెవలప్ చేస్తాం, ఫండ్ రేస్ చేయాలి, ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ ఉంటారు, ఏంజిల్ ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ అండ్ వీసీస్ ఉంటారు. వాళ్ళ దగ్గర వెళ్తాం, వాళ్ళకి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలి. మళ్ళీ వీ నీడ్ టు పిచ్ వాట్స్ అ బిజినెస్ మోడల్, వాట్ ద వాల్యూ ప్రపోజిషన్, వాట్ ద వాల్యూ దట్ యువర్ క్రియేటింగ్ టు ద కస్టమర్స్. ఇవన్నీ మన కస్టమర్స్ గురించి చెప్తాం. ఆడ ఏమడుగుతాడు? ఓకే 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 దిలీప్, ఐ విల్ ఇన్వెస్ట్ ఆన్ యూ. ఓకే, అండ్ వాట్ ఈస్ కన్విన్స్ చేసిన నెక్స్ట్ ఏముంటుంది? డ్యూ డెలిజెన్స్ ప్రాసెస్ ఉంటుంది. all the dark reality of the startup founders. Can you hear me now? Sorry, Panjir, ఎందుకు సార్? Please say it. Okay, fine, leave it. So, how many of your startup founders here? Okay, only one. No, I just want to address the dark reality of the startup founders, ma'am. See, everybody wants to become an entrepreneur, right? So they don't know what is the dark reality of the entrepreneur. Sorry? Okay, fine. Got it. See, I just want to give you few things if you want to become an entrepreneur. The first thing is get ఇంటి నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చేయండి. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్, you don't have to be in the comfortable zone. Startup founder itself risk taker. ఓకే, రిస్క్ తీసుకుందామని దమ్ము ఉంటేనే బయటికి రావాలి, లేకపోతే రావద్దు. You want to take the risk. Until unless if you don't take the risk, you're not an entrepreneur. So one more thing I just want to tell you, see, most of the peoples are so let's say, idea on చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా, ఓకే వస్తున్నా చేస్తున్నా, ఇట్స్ నాట్ లైక్ దట్.
Who is next? I did it, no, at the beginning.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Dr. Satish. Recently, I completed my PhD from VIT Vellore, VIT, and in front of me, my professor sitting. I did my MSc under Madam Guidance, Dr. Bhuvneshwari Devi Garu from SWIMS, MSc Biotechnology. And Innovation Cell from SV University, sir. Good afternoon. I don't know your name, sorry. Sir came last year, I think December at that time, to our school. And he nearly 2 hours, and sir and sir team explained many things about the incubation center from SV University, how they are giving opportunity to students and different school students. And one project you selected for second prize, sir. And that project selected in National, CBSE National Science Exhibition, which held in Delhi, January 30 and February 1st. And Vishwanath, sir, you are here. In future, I want to meet you definitely, and I spoke with madam also, because we have 4 projects, and one is with the CBSE selected National Award, and one more project is under progress with the Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. It's the project title is Steroid Detector. And 2 more projects, we are with NCRT, Rashtriya Bala Vaigyanik Puruskar, that is Waste Management and Health. So we need to collaborate with you. And I think coming days, I would like to meet you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. And thank you, Banu ma'am, for this opportunity. And after many years, I am meeting my madam. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Chaitanya. So I'm an architect and a designer. I work. So I'm a freelance architect also. I'm audible now. Is it better? Yeah. Hi. I'm an architect and a designer, and I work at Cog. Hi. Is it better now? Yes. Hi. So I'm repeating it third time. I'm an architect and a designer. So I work with Cognizant. So I'm a freelance architect also. So I'm not very much aware with this startup and incubator terms, but I've been following few recent episodes of Shark Tank, if you're aware of. So those were the terms which led me to the incubation and startup. So I've been following few works of Nikhil and Nitin Kamath. So those were the few inspirations which led me here. So I'm looking forward to further more spaces. So if you want to identify myself as something, I would identify myself as water. So it takes whatever the shape it is and it's clear. Yeah, it's done. Thank you.
Sir, repeat once again.
నేను కూడా ఒకసారి ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసుకుంటాను. సో నాకు అంటే మేడం అందరూ నా గురించి నేను ఐఏఎస్సీలు చదువుకున్నాను, అక్కడికి వెళ్ళాను ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళాను అన్ని పెద్ద పెద్దవన్నీ చెప్పారు. నేను యాక్చువల్గా శ్రీకాకుళంలో ఒక చాలా రిమోట్ ప్లేస్ నుంచి వస్తానన్నమాట. 10th క్లాస్లో 50 మార్కులు రావడానికి నేను చాలా కష్టపడి పాస్ అయ్యాను. నవోదయ స్కూల్ దయవల్లని వచ్చాను యాక్చువల్గా. సో ఇవన్నీ ఎవరికి తెలియదు. అందరూ ఇప్పుడు ఎంటర్ అంటున్నారు కదా. సో 2600 మందిలో ఓన్లీ 193 మందే వచ్చారు. ఇంకా 85% పీపుల్ నోవేర్ నియర్ దోస్ కాంపిటీషన్స్. సో ఎవరైనా కొంచెం ఆలోచించి ఇది లేదు అది లేదు అనుకుంటే చాలామంది అంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కరు అంటే స్టేజ్ మీదకి వచ్చారని చెప్పి ఈరోజు ఇలా ఉండొచ్చు, కానీ వాళ్ళు కూడా చాలా కష్టాలు పడి వచ్చి ఉంటారు అక్కడికి. చాలామంది ప్రజెంటేషన్ అడిగారు. నేను ఎక్కడెప్పుడు ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చినా యూజువల్లీ వీళ్ళు అప్లోడ్ ఇన్ ఏ డ్రైవ్. సో మీరు అది చూసుకుంటే అక్కడ ఉంటుంది. ఎవరికైనా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటుంది అనుకుంటే అక్కడ రాయొచ్చు ఈమెయిల్ ఐడి. మా టీంలో ఎవరైతే ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ చూస్తుంటారో వాళ్ళు రిప్లై ఇస్తారు. ప్రస్తుతానికైతే స్టార్టప్ ఉండాలన్నమాట ఈ 50 lakh గ్రాంట్కి. సో అందుకోసం నేను జస్ట్ ఒక నిమిషం తీసుకున్నా. థ్యాంక్ యూ. వెరీ నైస్ ఇంటరాక్టింగ్. ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతానికి లేదు, అంటే ఎక్కడో నేను ఐసర్ కలకట్టాలో ఎక్కడ ఇచ్చిన ప్రెజెంటేషన్ అయితే ఉంటుంది. But tomorrow I will upload that, and usually that wherever I go, I will just upload next day and it will be there. Thank you.
Okay, few more intros. Chandan.
Hi, myself Chandan. I'm a faculty here in ISER Tirupati in ECS department, Earth and Climate Sciences. I am very new to this entrepreneur thing, and to complete this task, I want to associate myself with a concept or an idea, which is a fundamental for, I believe it is a fundamental for entrepreneurship. So the more ideas you have, the more stronger you will be. Basically, the thing is in research, in scientific research at least, there is a myth, something like you should use ideas because someone will come and steal your idea and they will publish and they will become stronger or they will get the name. But I think the more ideas you have, I believe nobody can take out that your ability to generate ideas rather than executing that. Execution you can do that, but getting ideas is something which requires very innovative thinking. So that is what I believe, and thanks for the conveners to for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Sukhmeen. I'm Assistant Professor, Earth and Climate Sciences, ISER Tirupati. So I've done my PhD from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, followed by postdoctorate in Hyderabad Central University. So I'm a plant stress physiology, and I associate myself best as something which is, so any hyperaccumulator plant you can think of thrive very nicely under stress also. So I associate myself with that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, the line here.
గుడ్ ఆఫ్టర్నూన్ ఎవ్రీవన్. చాలా బోర్గా ఫీల్ అవుతున్నారా? లంచ్ అయిపోయింది, నిద్ర వస్తుంది అట్లుంది, ఏమనుకోకండి. ఒక 2 minutes తీసుకుంటాను. మై నేమ్ ఇస్ శ్రావ్ని. నన్ను నేను డిస్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటే ఐ విల్ డిస్క్రైబ్ మై సెల్ఫ్ విత్ అ రివర్ అంటే దాదాపు అందరికీ తెలుసు. విత్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ పాజిటివిటీ అండ్ ప్యూరిటీ. మెనీ హడల్స్ అన్నీ ఉంటాయి. యాజ్ ఇట్ విల్ గెయిన్, కోపం వచ్చినప్పుడు లైక్ మనకి ఫ్లడ్స్, ఎరోషన్ వచ్చినట్లు. మెయిన్ థింగ్, నేను వెరీ న్యూ ఫర్ దిస్ టాపిక్, ఇన్నోవేషన్ అండ్ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్షిప్. ఐ ఆమ్ ఫ్రమ్ ప్యూర్లీ సివిల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్. ఎస్వి యూనివర్సిటీలో ఎంటెక్ చేశాను. ప్రజెంట్ వెయిటింగ్ ఫర్ మై ఫైనల్ వాయిస్ ఇన్ పిహెచ్డి అట్ వేలూరు విఐటి. ద ఎండ్ స్టెప్లో ఉన్నాను అనమాట. సో హౌ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్షిప్ విల్ బి రిలేటెడ్ టు మై సివిల్ ఇంజనీరింగ్, అది నేర్చుకుందాము మెయిన్గా. దానికోసం ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్కి వచ్చాను. వెరీ యంగ్, మీ అందరి ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్తో పోల్చుకుంటే నాకు చాలా జీరో నాలెడ్జ్ ఉంది. బట్ నా టాపిక్ నేను నా స్టూడెంట్స్కి నేర్పించాలి. ఐ హ్యావ్ టు టీచ్ దెమ్. దిస్ వాజ్ మై మెయిన్ ఇంటెన్షన్ బిఫోర్ మై అరైవల్ ఫర్ దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ. థ్యాంక్ యూ మ్యామ్.
So good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Dr. E. Sridevi, working as a professor and HOD in Department of Computer Applications, Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, Tirupati. Actually, I am very new to this subject, innovation and entrepreneurship. So I came here to learn what is innovation and entrepreneurship and guide my students to know what is innovation and entrepreneurship. So that's the main idea of coming here to learn. So for that, I thank Banu ma'am for giving me this opportunity to attend this program. And if I want to compare with an object, my name is Sridevi, so I want to lotus. It's a lotus which is very strong and beautiful. So thank you.
So good afternoon to one and all. So S. Sridevi. Madam is G. Sridevi. So we both from SV Engineering College. So we came 5 members: Subramanyam sir, Jaiprakash sir, and Shravani ma'am, E. Sridevi ma'am, and myself. These 5 group are from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. So I'm from MBA department. I did my PhD from SPMVB, Sri Padmavati Mahila Vishwavidyalaya. So under the guidance of J. Katyayani ma'am. Day after tomorrow, she is having a session here, J. Katyayani ma'am session. So now I came here for the practical experience. As I agree with Sampath sir, said that we have theoretical knowledge, overall theoretical knowledge from the MBA department. My PhD, MPhil, everything from with HR and marketing, but I don't have knowledge about finance and how to approach like patents, like all. So I came here for the practical hands-on experience. So as Madam said, that Sri is nothing but, you know that Tirchanur Sri Padmavati Ammavaru, so the other name of her, Sri Devi. So I'm connected with the lotus because the lotus is attachment with detachment. Don't attach for everything. So the so many problems will rise if we attach with, don't attach with the family. So we have attached, so as well as we have detach also. So మన పిల్లలు కొంచెం మ్యారేజ్ అయిన తర్వాత వాళ్ళ అటాచ్మెంట్స్ వేరే ఉంటుంది. అలానే అటాచ్ అయ్యామంటే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అంటే లైక్ ఆల్రెడీ చూస్తుంటారు పేపర్స్లలో ఇలా వదిలేసి వెళ్ళిపోయారు అనేసి, అలా ఏమి ఉండొద్దండి. సో డివైన్ అండ్ ప్యూరిటీ, స్పిరిచువాలిటీ థింగ్ ఫర్ అవర్ లైఫ్. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Good afternoon to one and all. Myself, Dr. Gurumurthy. I am from GRT IIT Tirthani, which is located in Tamil Nadu. So previously I was worked in Siddhartha Institute of Engineering Technology as an associate professor. The GRT also same designation provided. So my intention, already I teach this subject many times, entrepreneurship development. And my objective is also in my career, at least I want to develop 2 entrepreneurs. So that's my intention. So for that purposes, I came to transfer the same knowledge to my students. So even management also supported to me to go there, invite some people to organize some of the entrepreneurship development program. That's why I came here. So I request you please come to my college and share your knowledge and things regarding entrepreneurship to my students. So thank you very much, sir.
So good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to one and all. First of all, let me congratulate you all to selecting the Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Program organized by ISER for selecting you all to come and participate in this event. I am Dr. Kuldeep Kumar from Mohan Babu University, from School of Commerce and Management. So this program main purpose is, so far it's a questioning for our pedagogy system. So previously we trained the students in terms of how to get a job. Now it's in terms of creation of employee. Now it's a task for us to how to create a employee. So that's what the main intention to join with your in this FDP program. So as a Kuldeep means nothing but a enlightenment of family. Wherever I go, I will enlighten all my students. That's my confidence. That in simple terms, I can say that one. So I already crossed almost teach to the subject of in terms of management in all subjects, almost all 31 subjects which I taught in management arena, whether it's finance, marketing, HR systems and all. But I have been specialized in finance with systems. That's what I can say. But what I can say, one thing is important for us to focus. Setting the object is only 2 things. So one is health, another one is wealth. So focus on your health, prosper wealth for your children. All the best to you all. Thank you.
So good afternoon to one and all. My name is Dr. Sudhakar. I came from Sri Gondaraswamy Arts College. So I'm working as a faculty in biotechnology. So my main goal is to start get the knowledge in our student to become an entrepreneur. So before that, I have to learn something. That's the main reason I came here. Thank you very much for the management giving this opportunity. Barabar. Okay. We are very thankful to Bonasri Madam giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Asha, Assistant Professor at the Department of Pharmaceutical Science, the Apollo University, Chittoor. Actually, as my name implies, Asha, hope. I'm so much hopeful, so much of expectations. Of course, it is disappointing sometimes. I can't meet my expectation, but still, I'll work for that. Nothing can stop me. And till now, I just started my career. Till now, everything was about research and publication. I just started about thinking the translation of research into clinical setup because we are in pharmaceutical science. So I hope this program will help me out of that. Thank you for all the coordinators of this program. Thank you so much.
Yeah, good afternoon, all of you. Myself, Venkateshwarlu. I'm assistant professor in Annamacharya, Institute of Technology and Sciences, Tirupati. So, first of all, I would like to express my thanks to Bonasri Madam for giving this opportunity for attending this program. So, myself is an optimistic person, and I strongly, positively believe that every day is a good day. Every day you can learn something. So, in this program, whatever I'm going to learn, that definitely I will share to my students to create an interest towards starting their businesses. Thank you.
Sir, all of you, good afternoon, sir. First of all, thanks to Madam to give this kind of opportunity here. And also thanks to my parents. This place. Because of that, they have provided good education to me. I came from rural background. Okay, this is N. Venkataramana. I am from Kadiri. I am working at Sri Gnanambika Degree College, Autonomous, Madanapalli. Always I am connected to tree. Tree, either asking or not, which will providing supporting to the human beings for all. I also always supporting to my dear students, and also who is involving in problem. That is my nature. And also I believing towards hard work and helping nature. I am doing always hard work regarding to my life to reach in better position. I am always sharing some information regarding to hard work with my students. Helping nature, who is in involved in problems at that time, if I know that I will immediately support them. It is doing all, not only me. Next this program, my thought is to establish any kind of startup, but till now I don't have a reasonable information, necessary information. How can I start this program, which is providing good information, reasonable information, valuable information to me? With the help of this program, I am going to start. Till now, I am not decided. I am not deciding what kind of startup I am going to start. Thank you for. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon, madam. First of all, I would like to thank you, organizers and coordinators of this FDP program, Innovation and Entrepreneurship. My name is P. Niranjan Rao, meaning smiling. In the presence of me, I spread smile. I completed M.Pharms in SVU College of Pharmaceutical Sciences in SU University. Presently, I am working as academic consultant. Regarding some project work, I have done some. I have given some projects to PG students, guided. I have guided M.Pharm students and both B.Pharm students. First of all, I want to know innovation and entrepreneurship. I want to learn something from this avenue to teach something who are unknown about this concept of the program, to develop their skills in entrepreneurship field in order to increase the economy or financial goal of our country. Thank you. Thank you.
Good afternoon to everyone. First of all, thank you for organizing our conveners for selecting me and myself, Dr. K. Rajkumar. I completed my PhD recently at my age of 28, Sri Venkatesh University. Now I am working as an assistant professor in Shantaram Engineering College, Nandyala. I have much knowledge regarding the entrepreneurship. Here I came to gain my knowledge regarding the entrepreneurship, and also I publish a lot of reputed journals and conferences at the time of my PhD. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Thank you for MOE and ISER, and of course the faculties who have given us this opportunity to be associated for this program. My name is Vamsi Krishna Raila. I'm actually working as a CEO for RUSA projects in SV University, funded by Ministry of Education. Been working from last 3 years to develop the ecosystem in the university. I mean, it is an all-round practical experience of understanding education and learning about what we need to do, develop in the system in SVU. And the priority area is the entrepreneurship, startup ecosystem development, and hubs. Hubs is like to create the skill development and the entrepreneurship. Of course, definitely I have some session tomorrow, so I'll definitely spend some good time with you all, and I will probably provoke more on the entrepreneurship. And the topic which is given is a small area, but I would like to take it up with a broader spectrum of understanding how it is and what it is. It is definitely tough for anybody to start a startup, and for us to make them understand the importance of startup or the entrepreneurship, it is very, very tough. So the travel of how a faculty can help in terms of converting the startups or converting the young budders to become a startup is not a small joke. You need to really nurture them, talk to them, make them understand the importance, give them all that support, continuous support, then only the startups will emerge. And to ensure to have a birthday celebration is what is the end-to-end support which any incubators will take care. So we are available in the SVU for anything in the incubation and for the entrepreneurship. And it is about the kind of knowledge personally. It is, you're a department faculty, you're limited to one particular area. The process of traveling across with a lot of different domains is what is important to be an entrepreneur or to be a teacher of entrepreneurship. So it is like, learn the other verticals or at least understand the business verticals to teach the entrepreneurship. Important. So that is where I'm going to start tomorrow. Thank you very much, and let's have the next session, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, all the participants. Please understand, it's not like, making sure that just whiling away our time, but this is important because most of the time, from tomorrow onwards, we'll have some team team works. So where you have to understand what is your strength. So basically in management, we have a system. If any management professors are there, they will always agree with us. So we call this as a team formation or group forms, right? So how do we form a group? Usually when we are supposed to form the group, we try to suspect. Same happened with me and Ambrish. We had small fights also when we are supposed to conduct this program. So obviously, I don't understand, and sometimes he doesn't understand. So what happened is we were going through some kind of a misunderstanding, but he is also hesitant. I was also hesitant. Then we had a nice fight one day, and then we said, okay, this is your strength, and this is where I'm okay. So those kind of understandings are very important in a conflict. When you fight with your colleagues or anything, don't take it in a negative manner. Take it as an opportunity to understand their strengths and weaknesses. We have a SWOT analysis in management. All of you know, right? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now they changed threat as a challenge, so SWOT analysis, something like that. But when it comes to group formation, usually what we go through is, first stage is called norming. Norming is we don't want to work with anybody. Okay, we are grown-ups and we have our own vision about ourselves, right? I know everything, I'm okay, all those kind of feelings will be there. So we look at the other person in the team like, oh, come on, you have come into a group, the capacity of this person. So we never have a kind of, proper estimation about a person. Then, but still, if management is asking you to work with somebody, then maybe understand that 4 people are there. One is from production, another one is from marketing, another one is from most probably something else, and some psychologist, for example. Management people will think, what big psychologist. Okay, we can manage it, but you don't know how important psychology is to understand people and identify their strengths and weaknesses and all that. So norming, after the norming, the storming happens. Storming, I'm using it like storming because you need to understand the spelling. STORMING. What is storming? When a ship is in storm, how it looks like? It is upside down, moving so rashly, and there is every. At this stage, teams may sink, right? See, teams may go down if you are not mature enough. So fighting goes, and this fighting is only to find out who is stronger. Okay, and then we understand, okay, this is my job and I'm very good at it. This is your job, you are very good at it. Together, right? Then we come to the real picture of forming the group. And then once we form, we start performing. Performing happens at the 3rd stage. And what is the last stage? We disperse. We finish our task and then we will go back to our own departments, regular work. Finished one job, right? So this is how group formation takes place. And we understand the strengths, weaknesses of the people. And usually I tell my students that, strengths are innate and weaknesses are also innate. These are internal parts of ourselves where sometimes because of negligence, we leave it. Okay, we are lazy, so we don't want to change. Then that becomes a weakness. And can we change the weaknesses into strengths? Yes, we can do that. And opportunities are good, but threats also give you a lot of opportunities. Like Banu sir was telling, during COVID, you have lots of opportunities. But still we are able to find out some opportunities out of that. So that is where challenges are the best source for opportunities. That's what I feel. So I would like to invite my co-PI, Dr. Ambrish Saxena, who is a biochemist and correct me if I'm wrong, he is working on drug discovery and other things. He gives a lot of things and he's into lots of things. Sometimes I forget. Okay, but we are the and out in the science institution. He comes with a background and I'm a management background. So we are like, enemies for all the faculty members because he pushes them for IPR, make it like find out a patent. Please don't waste your time. So he will be behind the faculty so they don't like him. And I'm into training so they don't either like me also. They think, okay, these 2 people should be out of ISER first. So we are in that way, we are sharing the same ship, obviously. So I'm very glad that, whatever we have done today, It's all because of his support. He was all through, he was supporting me. And he takes care. When I'm tensed, he says, okay, cool. And he becomes tensed. Then I will say, okay, you told me, right? Be cool. Because it's something where AACT is involved, right? We are a government institution where we cannot take chances. So that is why we are little strict on certain things. Please understand. And please remember one thing. We are all faculty fraternity, right? We are all from the same temple town sometimes, and some of them are all there. But this is a place, it's becoming an educational hub rather than a religious part. Tirupati is hosting so many institutions. You name it, we have it. Yeah, you have agriculture, you have veterinary, you have culinary university. Culinary is something nobody thought about it. Dr. Chaleshwar Rao is a very good friend of us, so he supports us a lot. Some of our, some years, our students were there in their campus as a hostel facility. And Mahila University and all those institutions are very good partners with us, SV University as well. And we have all the ties with almost every institution. And Banu sir is our great help when it comes to connecting us with the schools. He is always there with the chemistry part, RSC, and most probably he arranges lots of things, and a very patient person. So you have best people. Example, Vamsi sir, he is from Rusa Projects in SVU. He is just very humble, I'm telling you. When you go there, you don't even get his appointment, I'm sure. So we have lots of good people over here. Please network with them. And all of you come together and make Tirupati a better place to live and a better place to give better education for our future generations. Yeah, thank you. Right, Amrish. Yeah, stage is yours.
How long do we have? 3:30. So I'm in the middle of the tea and myself, right? So what I was thinking that
No, you have to keep them engaged up to 3:30. I'm not.
I can keep them engaged till 5:30.
No. Up to 3:30, then session.
Okay, let's do it till 3:30 and then we break out for a tea. Even so as you know, I'm very, so basically I have not spoken about myself, so we will have it, we reschedule it over the week. We'll reschedule it over the week. Right. Right. No, that we'll try to do that. And what I was thinking, that let's talk about myself. I can introduce about myself a bit. And as you know, my name is Amrish Saxena. It's easy to guess. I don't belong to Andhra Pradesh, but I am living in Andhra Pradesh in south of India for almost 15 years now, or 20 years now, almost. So southern India at least. So, but I belong to central India. And I did my master's from in biochemistry from AIMS way back in the year 2000. And then I did my PhD in molecular pharmacology and specializing in process development from Max Planck in Germany. And then my postdoctoral studies were in the US and Salk and other places. And then I decided to go join the industry. So I worked for many different companies like Orchid, Sun Pharmaceuticals. I was director for Piramal in Mumbai, then also director for Pfizer in US and India both. And then also I was country head for Merck, Lonza in Singapore, and also looking at their APAC operations. And then I was last vice president for the Biocon group, where we developed the COVID vaccine, the process for the COVID vaccine. So that was something very big challenge, my personal challenge, that what we normally do in 1 year, 1.5 years, we did it in 3 weeks, 4 weeks. And that time a whole team of 180 didn't went home. They were all sitting there. And the pressure was only one pressure. If you don't get the vaccine, so we didn't discover the vaccine. But the challenge was to ensure the process is developed so that the vaccine can be made and it can be manufactured somewhere. So it was manufactured by Serum Institute, but the process was developed here. And this is something, normally the pressure was, that whole design trigger was that it was, sometimes, I'm coming to the topic why I'm talking about this, that the selfish interest was the topic. If we don't do it, our families get impacted, right? Our families were at risk. Everybody was at risk. And that's where the trigger comes in, and that's where the always feel that innovation comes in when there's an immediate necessity. So we learned a lot from COVID. COVID was not a bad thing. So as a pharmaceutical expert, I can say that we learned a lot of lessons from COVID, how to manage the society, how to stay hygienic within the society. You know what importance of hygiene Indians learned about it with COVID. And on to the villages also. So, far off villages, people understand health concern. Same time, our R&D infrastructure has increased. Now even Prime Minister is talking about Bio-E3 and manufacturing, and also this is something which has taken up, so we have learned a lot, we have gained a lot from ethic. COVID, of course, we all have lost a lot also during COVID. Every house had something or the other. There's no house in India or which directly or indirectly was not impacted. So we lost a lot also, but yes, that is something we learned a lot. But what we missed here, right, that the cost of COVID vaccine, do you recall what was the cost of COVID vaccine? Anybody? How much we paid for it? There were two vaccines in India. One was Covishield and one was Covaxin, right? So would you remember the cost of Covishield? It's gone, right? People knew it every time. How much we paid? We didn't pay anything because government was paying for us. But if you would have paid, I don't know if you would recall it, Right. That was a grey market, right? Or that is a grey market. But the typical cost of one vaccine vial for Covishield, one injection or one dose for Covishield was around approximately 300 rupees. That was the one dosage cost. And Covaxin, this was the Covaxin cost, which was the Indian made. And the Covishield was costing us approximately around 600 to 800 rupees per dose. That's double the cost. Now, if you ask me the details about the process, the expensive vaccine was cheaper to make than the cheaper vaccine. Now, the cheaper vaccine was made in India, right? So that's where we charge less. And the expensive vaccine was actually coming. Actually, it was discovered in UK. A company called AstraZeneca. We didn't, and this was discovered by our National Institute of Virology, right? So where we isolated the virus, and then they gave us the strain. We expanded the virus strain, and then we heat killed it, and then heat attenuated it, and then we developed the process for it. That's what. But what Covishield works is, they have a viral vector. So viral vector is essentially nothing but a virus which will infect your body, and it will mimic somewhat like a COVID virus, right? And it will, I'm not going into much details of it, because that's what become like my typical drug discovery class, what I teach here. But I don't want to go in detail. Yes, this is something, why the question is now, why was it more expensive, right? What was the reason? If it was still cheaper, in economics language we called it as EBITDA and EBITDA margin. EBITDA margin was kept very huge per unit cost. Per unit economics, if I talk, that was very huge for Covishield and not for Covaxin. And why was it like that? Can you tell me? What were we paying for? Anybody, any guess? Or, okay, let me rephrase my question. Any drug which is coming from India, right? It's very expensive. And our Indian generic drugs are expensive, right? In the market also you will see, even if you order online medicine, they say generic is cheaper. Huh? Because of? Is it only patent? So what? So what? They can demand what do you think? Then why only they stopped at 600? Why not 6,000? Why not 60,000? If your argument is true, why not at 60,000? Why they started and stopped at 600? Their exchange value, ma'am, the reason behind it is, about this pricing strategy is a term called as, of course it has to do with not patent, but a derivation of patent, which is the Indian patent law, which says about compulsory licensing. Compulsory licensing states that if a drug is needed in India at others should be able to make it. That's why AstraZeneca was forced to not to only make it with Serum Institute of India, which was their partner, but by other companies also, right? So make it cheaper, for example, and that's where the cost ceiling came in, and that's why they stopped at 600. This was our cost ceiling for them, that you cannot sell it beyond that, and Indian government were procuring for it, so that's was their internal agreement. But it is something not to do with the patent, but with the patent law. Had it done patent, then the cost could have been 60,000. And that was the cost of the typical Sinovac. This is the Chinese variation of COVID vaccine, which was available even before COVID outbreak happened. So when COVID was outbreaking, I was actually in Singapore. I was heading the work on the partnership there. And there we already were sensing it much before the COVID happened in India. I was sensing it that something is brewing in the background. So that's a long story. But we already figured it out that something is gone there. Of course, no proof, cough and sudden death. So in that case, had Sinovac been successful in their plan, it was the original plan that create a disease kind of a format, and this is a human-made virus. Now there is no more doubt about it. Any countries might say yes or no, but scientific world knows it's a human-made virus. It's a human-modified virus. It's not a naturally occurring virus. So if it is human-made virus and if it is originating from China, automatically the suspicion would go to one particular nation, right? And that's what there's in WHO report also. So in that case, they already had that vaccine before, which is called as Sinovac. This is also a proven thing because Sinovac was developed much before even the COVID outbreak happened globally. Now, if patent laws, like the gentleman there, how he mentioned, had patent law only prevailed, that Sinovac would have costed us at least 6,000 to 8,000 rupees per dose. So that we would have gone for a ransom. Imagine dying and then China saying, I have a vaccine, buy it from us. We were not even prepared with our PPE and all, if you go back in time. So patent laws drive the economy. Patent laws drive everything. So it's the patent law. If you look into details, I will talk to you when we come back to after tea from our slides, that you will realize that patent is behind everything. Even we are sitting here, it's because of impact of the patent laws. We are developed, or so-called a developing nation, is because of the impact of that patent laws. So these laws, people don't understand in common life that what is the difference between a developed nation and a developing nation? The difference is the patent. The number of patent the country has more, the more developed that country will be called, the more richer that country will be called. It is not about having oil, gold or other reserves. It is about having intellectual property, what you have. The bigger the intellectual property might is, the richer the country would be, the stronger the country would be. And that is why you hear right from Prime Minister to Chief Minister to our institution directors, everybody talking about, patent. Why they are talking about it? Because we have understood this. And we are lacking in patent. So our patent offices also are working towards it to generate more patent, and that's why you see many days, if you follow in LinkedIn and all, you would see that many people are posting their patents, which is more often than before. It is because the patent offices are also granting it in a bigger. So this is something to compete with the global dynamics. So this is like, you can call it as a patent war only, which we are fighting now. And if you look at it, we are still way behind. Our patent output is behind, and not only about publishing or granting or filing a patent, it is about commercializing it. And there we are completely lacking. We do not have that might to commercialize it, unlike the US systems. So everything, right from your phone to your whatever you use which is not made in India is having some patent law, or which was not originally made in India. Unless, apart from your, even nowadays, even your gold jewelries and all, right, if you buy it from a bigger gold chains, that will be a patented law under some kind of a design patent or something. So we will see what are the different patent laws and how it impacts the society. But this impacts everybody, all of you, including you, me, and everybody. The cost of medicine you pay, the cost of anything goods you pay, goods or services you pay, is actually somewhere in the behind. If you deep dive it, you will find a patent standing behind it, which is driving that cost, right? So if you want to bring down the cost of living index, you want to bring down the cost of, if you want to bring down the cost of goods, we have to work toward this patent laws and make it decrease it somehow, that the monopolistic right has to be decreased. But yeah, we will talk about that. So maybe what we think, we can break out for a small coffee and then we assemble in 10-15 minutes, right? And then we continue, right?
పెట్టుకోవచ్చు సార్. అయిందా? ఆయన సెట్ అవుతుంది. దీంట్లో లేదు చార్జరా, ఛార్జింగ్ లేదు దీంట్లో. పెట్టేసి అది సరిగ్గా తీసుకోవట్లేదు ల్యాప్టాప్. సార్ 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 ఆయన అడదాం ఉండు. ఆయన You can use it, sir. You can use, huh? Okay, sir.
Your Acer laptop.
Working, sir. Yes, getting.
Now at least. Now it's okay, na? But why it is not coming? It's not a duplicate, sir. It's only H. That's why if you want the paper, I'll come here.
Starting of this part.
Change everything.
fine, sir, but it's some LHS
It
is.
will change everything. All the formatting will go away.
That's the reason, sir.
I can do this, but all your formatting will go away.
Wait, sir. We will check here once. This only PPT, right, sir?
Huh?
PPT only.
Any
Then-
video, audio, no,
No audio.
Then no problem,
then
sir.
we can, no problem, sir. It will go be exactly. Then
I
it
don't
go-
want the whole presentation, but yes.
When's,
I
I
want
can,
to show
we can copy hold, sir. No problem. We can
Say
copy
save
hold.
as.
copy and
Clear is it?
check with our laptop also.
Huh?
Copy to the pen drive and this one also we have checked to my
Right.
laptop.
So yours is.
Getting this your laptop, sir. That's the problem, sir.
No. Save it as here. No? File.
No, sir. First
First you give. Insert the file.
అని బిడ్డనా దీనికి
Remove this.
అది కాదన్నా దీన్ని బిడేసుకోదా
This is good one.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Whole IT team is only using, sir.
Oh, this is like nice, eh? This is nice. Not the USB.
Yes, sir.
Both is there, sir.
This one is right. Mac you or Lokesh?
Lokesh, Lokesh.
It says save here.
Sure, sir. Yes, sir.
Now try.
It's not copied actually.
It is open, sir. That's why it's not.
So it should just
Close, sir. Close, sir. Close. In this PPT also, you can want to close it.
So now we will save it there, right?
It's already saved, na?
No, now it's not saved. Let's see. Is it saved?
IZT was
No. This one?
Just copy, sir. So here PPT open, na, sir. That PPT I think.
That PPT is closed.
Close, huh?
That's very
And PPT open on the copy of them.
How do I copy it? From desktop? In my classroom you are able to run it. Here you are not able to run it.
Shall I try, sir?
Hmm?
Shall I try?
Yeah, try. Normally it opens.
PPT somewhere is it is open, sir.
It's closed. I closed it. Other PPTs are there. This is not there.
last minimize చేసా క్లోజ్ చేయలేదు కదా.
ఆ PPT somewhere.
Minimize it. But other PPTs are open, not this one.
This is not everything, sir.
ఏది పీపీటీ దట్ ఈస్ అ పీపీటీ సార్.
You can save it as. Open and save it. Save as.
Now it's 7.
No, file. Save as.
Okay. Where you want to save it?
There you save it as in your drive.
It's not showing. That one.
I did not save it, sir. I did not save it.
No, it's not saved. It's not saved.
This is not PDF file, sir. This is separate IPR file, sir. This one. That's the matter, sir.
It's all
IPR file change అవుదా.
they would have changed the name. Right?
It's
Not
here.
saved.
The document the IPR course lecture PD 20p will not be saved as
No,
IPR.
it's not being saved. No? Not saved in your IP.
ఎందుకు కాపీ చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా. కాపీ చేసి పేస్ట్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది కదా. అది కాపీ చేసి పేస్ట్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది కదా. అది అట్లా అవుదా.
Space is there. Space is there.
So much of. It's a new one, sir. I get new recently.
No, it's not good.
ఎందుకు కాపీ చేయలేమా అంటున్నా, ఎందుకు కాపీ చేయలేమా? కాపీ ఆప్షన్ both what
Like this only, ever.
this is not good, sir. It's not good, sir. It's not good, sir. That's why you are
Or you share the link.
yes.
Give it, huh? You share the link, huh? I saw the link here.
No, sir. You can open, you will send that my mail ID.
The
Mail ID,
sir.
send. Copy just paste. Mails, location.
Not good, very difficult.
No, not like that. That one also, no, sir. M. Location. Location M.
Location. Go down. Take it.
Hello. Check. Hello.
How do I go next week?
I will give you the pointer, sir. We will come, sir.
మేడం ఇట్లా బాగా వస్తుందా? ఇటు నుంచి వస్తుందేమో చూడండి. చాలేండి మేడం.
అవునా, ఇక్కడ నుంచి తీస్తా. ఇది న్యాచురల్.
ఫోటోనే దీన్ని వీడియో వదిలేదు. ఇంటలెక్చువల్ ప్రాపర్టీ రైట్స్ లైటింగ్ లేదా? So I am going to present about the intellectual property rights. So intellectual property rights are patents, trademarks.
ఓకేనా సార్?
Before 5, sir? Done, sir. All right. Audible, no? How many of you have a patent or filed for a patent? Huh? Not about? Not our own. Yeah, that's okay. That's, you have patent. So what was the process you went through? Huh? It's audible, no? So what process you would have gone through it? Why? So why? I didn't get your point.
Wi-Fi project.
No, what process you would? I'm not asking what patent you got. I'm asking what process you had gone through. It was a patent? No, sir, it's published, right? It's not granted. So what was the process? So consultant would have done something. Okay. So what would have happened, gone behind? The consultant would have actually drafted your patent or your and then filed for it and then given a, basically then they would have charged their fees and then it would have been published by the patent office, right? So, and why you did that patent, sir? For
this one?
Yes.
But how many we are converted into useful products? I can say many people I have 10 patents. I am simply asking the question, what you have done with the 10 patents?
Sir, but
any one patent into useful product?
It's going to online.
Huh?
It's made after like an unmade. It's going to live.
Now
it's going to live.
Now it's going Okay.
You can mute after, you can talk to 1 minute.
No, I'm not talking, I'm giving my talk.
Okay.
You're talking. No, he's saying this is live, going on the YouTube. I said I have already started my talk. That's how I give my talks. You will not feel a talk has happened. So you will not feel the talk has happened, it will happen also. Okay, shall we continue from where we were? Yeah. So your question is right, that what is the use of a patent if it has not done some any industrial use, right? Because sir, they don't have that knowledge how to make it commercial. That knowledge is not there. So what's the use of having a pen if you do not know how to write? It's as simple as that, right? If you do not know how to commercialize it, there's no point of having. But okay, in a general terms, we'll go about it. So, you know, there are 3 words written on it: intellectual, property, and rights. Right? This is actually the summation of this of this whole subject itself. One is intellectual, one is a property, and one is a right. What is a property? Like a property can be. What is the definition of a property? Can be asset. Correct. What is a tangible asset? We can see physical format. Intangible is you cannot see in physical format. But why, sir? You just now said you wrote a patent for some, I forgot, please excuse me, allow me again. Projector. So you can see a projector in physical format. So what is intangible in it? What is intangible in it? Huh? But you have seen the projector, right? So projector is there. So what is intangible in it? We go for? Design. But that's a design patent. If this bottle is like this, bottle is nothing unique. It's a known thing. You cannot patent a bottle. It's a known public disclosure. But this kind of a design with this, maybe if that is not the case, with this diamond shapes, could be a design patent, right? What is the design in that? So why is my question is, you just said tangible, intangible. Why is an intellectual product intangible? While you can see everything, every product you see is a patent, you can see that. It is not frivolous creation of mind, right? That I will make from here a ladder to it is a patent. So why it is called intangible? Idea cannot be patented, sir. Another learning from the class. Ideas are never patentable. Unless until proven on paper, ideas are not patentable. As that.
Model can be moved to any place, sir. So that land we cannot move to any place. That's why we call that as a tangible. But here design, anybody can copy easily.
It's a design, you're talking about design patent. There are different types of patent.
Yes, sir. I'm talking about design patent as an example. Patents, I was taking design as an example. I was telling that, for example, this diamond design for the bottle. Now I was designing a flask and using the same design over there. But if I have a land, someone cannot come and construct over there.
Why?
It's physically there, but this design can be easily transferred, easily copied.
So which is a transferable system, right? An intellectual property can be transferred, but land can be transferred. I can write my land in your name, which I will not do, but still, that can be transferred. You will be the owner. So I have the patent also. I own a design patent in your language for this bottle. I will transfer it to your name. You will be the owner of it. So what is intangible, tangible in it? So the major difference between a physical property and an intellectual property is, it is coming from an origin of mind or an origin of human act. It is coming from an origin of human act. Just that it is, which was normally the properties were which were existent, right? Or which was, now you can say, we can argue like that. If I construct this hall, now this is it is a property of Aizar Tirupati. Do you think it's not an intellectual property?
It can be
It's a physical property though. It's a hall. I want to sell you the hall. You will give me the price of this hall. But is it an intellectual property?
But for the design blueprint, we can make it.
If I make a design of this hall, like acoustics and everything, and if it is unique, then for that if I design, or if these tiles are different, then I can additionally charge for the patent also along with the physical property, right? And some cases, it is just an intellectual property is that it is because of the preferential action of a human mind or a human intellectuality. You create something, you demonstrate, and it has to be true for three things. What is it? Any intellectual property to be called an intellectual property, three things are a must. There are three things which are must for it. Innovation, sir, is everywhere, sir. Innovation, you were doing it even before you were born. Trust me, I was also doing it. So we all were innovators. Trust me, we all had different feeding habits. We all had a different crying habit for our mothers. And you also are parents, you would know that. So we are innovators since birth. We don't need a separate training on innovation. Actually, this is the wrong topic. I always feel that innovation, we are innovators by birth. We all innovated in a different, unique way. No two kids cry in the same way. No two kids crawl or walk in the same way. So they all have their own innovation. Different. We are doing innovation. So this innovation is something different. So three things, sir. Own idea belongs to?
The one who found it, and they will be having some right over the.
Yes, ma'am, that's the end idea of an intellectual property, right? But what are the three prior conditions which need to be satisfied to it to be called an intellectual property? You cannot? You cannot see. No, but he created a fan, for example, a projector. The gentleman there created a projector. You can see the projector, right? Huh? Yes, that is right, sir. That is right. It never existed earlier. So that is the first, gives us the first answer is novelty. That's the novelty. That's the first precondition for it to get an intellectual property. Now the second one.
It can created by mind.
Huh? Everything is by mind only, sir. What is not without mind? IPR is, yes, sir, everything is by mind, right? You're writing a note. Now that's, of course, that becomes your copyright. By the law, it becomes your copyright as soon as you write it. But it's not.
Sir, it should be converted into commercialized.
Yes, the second part. It should have a utility. It should have some utility. Without utility, it has no use. Like your projector had some utility. Now, there was a patent given by US patent laws are known for giving patent to something which is not having any utility, or having utility but which is cannot be made. For example, they created a patent was given for a machine which will run on its vacuum. So space has vacuum, so it will run in the space and be propelled because of the vacuum's reverse pressure. So basically, it's a vacuum-driven machine which will run, which will never be made, can never be made. It's a frivolous machine. In India, this patent can never be made, but US had given it. But anyway, it has no utility, nothing. So people all laugh at it still. That's the US Patent Office. But the second is utility. What is the third option?
It must be protected.
Protecting.
Yes.
Protection is, once you satisfy the three conditions, you will get protection. Right, sir? Once you satisfy the three conditions, then you get a protection. So the third, financial is one. If you satisfy the three, automatically you will reach to the financial system. You will get a financial gain out of it. Shall I tell you the answer? Huh? Sir, show me your pen. Show me your pen, sir. This is a pen. I made a black pen. I call it a patent. Is it patent? A patent for this? Yes. Why? It's a new pen, new design, new pen. It's novel. It's not existent before. Nobody in the world has not seen it. It has utility. He can write it. So why shouldn't I not get a patent for this? Yes, ma'am?
Purpose is same.
It's obvious. Obvious. It's an obvious. So the third condition of patent is non-obviousness. Thank you, sir. Non-obviousness. So it gives us the rule of NUN: novelty, utility, and non-obviousness. If it is three things are satisfied, we have a patent. If these things are not, any of these is not satisfied, and by the legal patent laws, we have tests for these things. Like we might not go in that details in this hour, but there are tests for novelty to measure the non-obviousness and to measure the utility of it. Okay. Non-obvious. Your shirt and his shirt. Your shirt is not a novel thing because a shirt with a different cloth with a different textile and can be stitched into still a shirt. So that's not an invention, right? Patent is given for invention. So that is not an invention because it's an obvious thing which is already. And who will determine obviousness? Now, a pen is a simple thing. You all have seen a pen. So you all are persons skilled in the art because you know what is the pen. This is where legal definition is. A person skilled in the art is a person who can actually judge obviousness. In sometimes in more complex cases, right? This is a very simplest case, but in more complex cases, you require external experts to judge if this, let's say, a chemical process. You cannot, normally people cannot judge if it's an obvious thing or not, but it could be an obvious derivative of step A to B, and now we are saying step A to C, an obvious system. So that is not the case, right? So this is the second thing. And then let's move out. So we know that there are different kinds of properties: movable, immovable, and intellectual property. Intellectual property are normally literally works or inventions. Now, you know that as soon as you are writing your notes, they become your copyright. That's your copyright. That's another type of intellectual property because it's coming from your mind. Now, somebody was asking me that can the speakers before me, can they give their slides? And I told him maybe not. We cannot ask them because they are their intellectual property. But here is the catch, sir. Now this person has shown that intellectual slides. It's not registered anywhere. He is showing you all the slide, the speaker before. So would it still be their intellectual property? Not why? Because slides.
It can be copied by others. There is a copyright free also. So if
where is the copyright? They are not going to anywhere. They just made a slides and shown it to you. So the copyright exists. Effective copyright is as soon as you write it, your notes are copyright. It's your copyright. Even if I am telling it, it's your notes and it's your copyright because there is a artistic originality in this. You have written your own original notes, so it becomes your copyright. Although it's the same thing. Again said the same thing. That's why the books, the knowledge, like let's say somebody says A 1 plus 1 is 2. Now many mathematical textbooks will say 1 is 2, but they write in their own expressions. So it becomes their own independent copyright, although the matter remains the same. That's the difference. Now in this case, the slides, for example, they are not copyrighted anywhere. Now, what's the difference? Why they are not? So can you use it? You can't use them, right? But they are not protected. He has not protected it. He has not gone to any copyright court or any copyright registrar. Sure, ma'am. Let's imagine for a second he has mentioned that in every slide and the reference he has given, but then use it. Night time? It's
living organisms,
huh?
maybe there, sir. Living organisms, dissections, these types of regulations.
Okay. They are open source. Why they are open source, sir? They are his intellectual frame of mind. How can you say it's open source? Poor guy, he spent years maybe generating that idea and now he is presenting in the slide format. Even if it is open source, normally you should cite which open source you have taken this from as a rule. But by coming to the question, let's say his copyright would still exist. You can't use it, even if it is shown to you. But if I, let's say, this mobile, right? I make this mobile and I write a patent on it. And before writing a patent, I tell you in the talk that I have made a mobile phone. Can I still get a patent? Why that? While copyright exists, for patent, I can't get a patent. Why that? Both are my intellectual properties. That's the difference between the two intellectual properties. For the same thing you said, one thing you said, yes, it's his copyright. My phone, you say, no, no, that's not your patent. Because I just spoke in a talk and I just told you the design of it.
You have a right to use, sir, but not to create.
No, sir. The answer is different. The answer lies in the. So I might not even move my slides. So don't worry. That's how I talk. So please excuse me for that. But we can talk about intellectual property like this. Why do you think? No, doesn't allow the disclosure, or doesn't have a disclosure. Copyright is for everybody to read. But in a patent, if it is disclosed, it becomes a public knowledge. And that's why patents are monopolistic rights. Copyright is also a monopolistic right, but copyright doesn't prevent the public sharing of knowledge. It rather protects the public sharing of knowledge. On the contrary, a patent doesn't allow public sharing of knowledge unless and until you have proven it to the state that you are the first creator of it with NUN. Otherwise, you cannot patent it, right? So, whenever you're going for a patent, you have to keep it very much close to your heart, like in a game of cards, right? You don't show that cards too close to your chest, something like that. While in a copyright, you have to show it to others. If you don't show, there's no copyright. Then it's your home rough notes. So that's the difference between copyright and a patent. Now, there is one more, third type of copyright is the trademark, right? So we all know trademark, and you know, what is a trademark? Like, correct. This is all three are trademarks, right? ICER logo, AICT logo, and MOE's Innovation Cell. Now, all these are registered trademarks. No, sir.
If it is registered, there will be TM.
So let's imagine, sir, there is no TM, so they are registered.
I think so they are registered. But up to my knowledge concerns, if it is
No, you are right. If the registered is there, TM should be written. So why can you use an ICER logo?
No.
Why?
Because as an institute,
So
it was
let's say you are not using it for your institute, saying that your institute becomes ICER tomorrow. No, that is not that is fake, guaranteed fake. But let's say you want to present your report, whatever you did in 5 days, to your organization, and there you write an ICER logo that I was in ICER. Is it becomes a crime?
No.
Then how can you use my trademark, sir? My trademark, I am from ICER. How? Violation.
You are providing a certificate that means usability.
Where I am not giving in writing anywhere that go and please use my ICER symbol anywhere you feel like. Where you have secured it in writing. So that's one point. That's one important point. That we is not being used for any commercial purposes. That's very important point. That he is not making any profit. He is not starting his new tutorial classes saying it's ICER. He is not doing that. So that is no profit is there. But still, how can you, if you are, can you use it or not in your report? That's my question. You can use it. Trademark. Sir, I answer lies in the registration of trademark. All these are registered trademarks. They are all non-profit organizations. They are all non-registered trademarks. They cannot be used for profit. So Coca-Cola, you cannot, like, even if you attend a Coca-Cola workshop, you cannot write it in your name, in your book, Coca-Cola. That's a trademark, registered trademark. But these are all non-registered trademarks. They can be used at, but unless there is a guideline for it, like how do you use it? Like one is the for-profit purpose, right? You should not change. So there's a difference between a registered trademark and a non-registered trademark. So we have just spoken very briefly about patent, copyright, trademark, and what is the fourth type of intellectual property? Trade secrets. That is not, that is the fourth one. So we can talk about that also. And what is the one more? Geographical indication. So trade secrets, you know, right? So what is a trade secret? The formula of Coca-Cola. So now tell me one thing. Let's say Coca-Cola adds, people say, you know, Coca-Cola adds cocaine in that mixture. That's why people get addicted to it. That's what is a myth all over the globe. Now, unless and until Coca-Cola tells you, as a consumer, that is it really having this cocaine or not? So how can they keep it as a trade secret? They can't, or they can.
But not the formula.
Sir, but if they are saying that if I your components, what you have added,
Ingredients, the formula, how much they make it.
huh? But sir, who will guarantee that I am not consuming poison because of your trade secret problem? Why should I succumb to your trade secret? You again give me poison and then I will drink it, and then you will say it's my trade secret, sir. So there is something wrong in this understanding, our understanding. System doesn't work like this. So the patent authorities, they know the secret. For a disclosure is important. So trade secret is not publicly disclosed, like in a patent. After you publish it, it becomes a publicly disclosed document. Like a copyright becomes a publicly disclosed document. Trade secrets are only prevented from public disclosure. That's it, but doesn't mean that nobody knows it. The patent office knows it. The patent lawyers know it. But they have signed a non-disclosure agreement. So they cannot disclose it. Otherwise the fine is huge. Right? So that's why it becomes a trade secret. But people know it. That is not that, and that's where the health authorities also they know it. You have to tell them. FSSAI, for example, you have to tell them what is the so-called ingredient of your Coca-Cola mixture. And they know it that it's not containing that or it is containing that, and then they can, as per the rules, they can stop or continue the process. Right? So there is a difference in the disclosure. So disclosure is around the patent copyrights. That's the disclosure. And third is geographical indication. This is a system like our famous Tirupati Laddu, right? That's a GI tagged thing. And I was reading about idli. That's a very famous thing. Idli belongs to Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, or so I don't know who won it. If you recall, idli belongs to GI tag of idli belongs to, you know that.
Kushbu idli is there.
Huh?
Kushbu idli is there.
Kushbu?
Idli on brand name.
Sir, I'm talking about idli, not about the brand. I'm talking about idli itself. So idli belongs to Karnataka or Andhra. Andhra, I think. Idli belongs to Andhra. As a GI tag, it belongs to Andhra. Determines the GI tag. That is the question mark, right? It's a long fought debate in the courts also that why the GI tag for idli should be given to Andhra, why not Tamil Nadu or why not Karnataka. All these three states, maybe Kerala we can leave it for this, but at least they have different variations of idli, but all these three states are using the same variation, same composition, same process. So why they should not be, why only Andhra should be given a GI tag? And that is something, the answer lies in the historical reason. They would have been able to prove that oldest historical texts were from Andhra where the idli was mentioned, and that's why they had given a geographical tag location to Andhra. That's the simplistic reason. So there are different kinds of intellectual property, and then we have seen that nature of the intellectual property, right? We have just come, it's a creation of human mind. It's an intangible property. It's an exclusive right given by statutes, right? So, right. So, means that you have the exclusivity of right. And exclusive right means that only you and you have that right. Nobody else has that. So, like that drug example, right, before the tea. Why not at 60,000, why 1,000? You get that exclusive rights. And there is no check on it. And that's where the price of, especially in medicine, this becomes more and more critical, that where you are not able to keep a price cap. And that's where in US also they have a price cap on drug, the government controlled price cap. In India also we have it, and they call it the ceiling. But yes, this is something because of exclusive right. And then attended with limitations and acceptance. What does that mean? It is attended with limitations and exceptions. So it is not a free one-way ticket that I have invented and something very good and I will sell it, keep on selling it and making money. Limitation is, it is only given for 20 years. So that's the exclusivity period. Beyond that, the patent will cease to exist. And then it is open for anybody to use it. Huh? It will expire in 20 years. So any patent which is given will expire in 20 years. And then it is exceptions are, for example, that disease what I was talking. When a disease will strike, when a pandemic will strike, then you cannot keep on telling that I have my patent and I will keep on selling it at a certain price. I would have been forced to bring down the price for a bigger benefit, right? That is the exceptions. For example, one example of exceptions. So there are multiple exceptions. It is time bound, right? It is time bound means, and it is territorial. Now this question is a good, interesting question. If I patent in India, is it valid in US? Correct? Brilliant answer, sir. Now, iPhone is patented in US. Can I make it same here? Huh? So, let's say, patent, first of all, iPhone's patent doesn't exist in India. It is not patented in India.
Sir, actually, if a patent was done, nobody can going to apply for that same design. But patent...
Which means I can make it in India, right? Nobody is applying. I am not applying for a patent. I am only making it for my use and selling it. Can I do it? It's territorial right. Means it's given to that particular country. Can I do that? Then what stops me? What stops me from doing this? There is no right. It's patented in US. Let's iPhone or something else or anything. Let's patent it in US. Why can't I make it here?
Sir, once a patent is done, nobody can able to do the same design. But the
Why?
facility, territory will only use the usability. I mean, sales, commercial, like that facilities only will be...
No, that also you can't do. You cannot sell an iPhone without telling the Apple. Without being, that's why they say official reseller. Without telling Apple, you cannot sell an iPhone in India also. That will be of their sales right, which is granted by patent. So that's what I said. Pricing is controlled by patents all over the world. So why can't we sell it? Why can't we make an iPhone while it is not patented in India? What stops us?
If they bring worldwide patent, if they are paying regular fees for regular interval...
That is the maintenance fees. But let's imagine, or iPhone or any other example, something which is made in US. It is not patented in India. We make it, but we don't make it. There is a lot of things which stops us. And what is that lot of things? If it is not patented in India, it is disclosed design, rights are territorial, why can't I make it? Coming to an important point.
Here, territory means not India, sir, worldwide.
Sir, you all are similar, we all are similar age. Answer is not there, sir. Answer is way deeper in history. We all are similar age, or somebody, I'm sure you're younger, but you remember there was a time when GATT was there in India. A lot of farmers opposed GATT. This was a time when Manmohan Singh presented his dream budget in 1991, when the licenses were removed. So that was the Global Trade Act, right? GATT agreement was signed. And GATT is a precursor for WTO, World Trade Organization Act. So this WTO gave rise to an agreement called as TRIPS. TRIPS is something which is a signatory. We are a signatory of TRIPS in 1995. And when we signed that treaty, we said that even if something is not protected in India, we will not copy it. We will not make undue advantage of it. So that you will not enjoy a protection, but there is no protection. But nobody will be able to unduly use your patent. And that's what stops us from making an iPhone in India in a one way, right? If it is not patented in India. All the rights are territorial, but protection is as per the treaty. Rights are territorial. Rights, you cannot enjoy the rights here. So let's say the patent right tells you that you can sell it at a monopolistic price. That will not apply here. You cannot even file a case here if something happens. But the country will protect because we are a signatory of the TRIPS. Now this TRIPS was a game changer thing because this is what exactly is the meaning of our dream budget is. What was dream budget doing? Dream budget was not lowering any taxes. The taxes are more now. As per his we are the highest tax country in the world. 30% is our highest tax. And the moment now, even the best thing is you cross one rupee more than 12 lakhs, and the whole 30% would be charged. So this is the best part of it. Now, but what was the special thing what Manmohan Singh did there? What was the so-called the word liberalization, right? What is that liberalization? No, liberalization is that's a dictionary meaning of it. You give liberty, but in economic terms, what it did, what liberalization did to India? We all hear no liberalization. Economy is liberal now, and that Manmohan Singh. Less governmental restrictions. Yes, ma'am. That's one part. Very important part is less of licensing and less of government restrictions. Yes, absolutely. But still, a lot of things are restricted, right? So by liberalization, we meant that we allow foreign investment to come to India. That's the standard. That's the foreign direct investment, FDI as we call it, should come to India. They can invest, and that's where you had all these bigger companies like, right from the company of Cadbury's to all the way till, otherwise you remember only Gold Spot used to sell, and then now Coca-Cola sells. So why is that difference of Gold Spot? And it is because of liberalization. Previously Gold Spot was an Indian company, and now this Miranda is a Coca-Cola driven company. And that's the difference. So what exactly was happening here? Why should a foreign company come and set up in India? If they don't get a patent protection for their patents, what they have done it in US, will they come and invest in India and start manufacturing in India? No. They will never come to India because they are not sure of if what they have done outside will be protected here or not. And that's the reason what liberalization was all about. That the first condition for liberalization was that we signed the GATT agreement, become member of the WTO, and sign the TRIPS agreement. So TRIPS agreement we signed in 1995, and then it gives some 10-year period that to change our internal laws, because the laws cannot be changed overnight, right? It gave us a 10-year buffer period to comply with the TRIPS laws, and that's where we changed our 1970 patent laws to the 2005 patent laws, which is 95 plus 10 years, 2005. So present patent law is 2005 with an amendment in 2012 or 2014. Several amendments came after the Modi government came. But before that, it was a 2005 patent law which exists in India. And that tells us that that has changes from the 1970 patent law, which was proposed by Iyengar committee. So it was post-independence patent law that was created, but that was more of a protecting in a socialistic way, but this is more of a protecting in a capitalistic way. That's the difference between the two patent laws. And here we are protecting the rights of the foreign direct investors also in this law. So this is a simple technique. And apart from that, if you look at the overall spectrum of how the globe has also evolved, so globe has also evolved. Now you must be hearing every day tariffs, right? That Trump was saying tariff and tariff. Tariff is coming from? It is again these patents. They are able to levy the tariff because of these patents. If there is no patent, there is no tariffs. It's as simple as that. A muscle might of a country is not the weapons, but the tariffs. He is telling the whole world, I will have tariff over Canada also, over Israel also, small country also, India also, China also, everybody. Why? Because of this patent might. And we don't have that, still we don't have that patent might. And let's say, yeah. So we know that this is intangible property, and then this is a similarity and a difference in we have a right to use non-rivalrous. Non-rivalrous means intellectual property cannot be rivaled for each other, right? It cannot be competed for. It once you own it, and then it becomes public for everybody's use, and then it's non-excludable. You cannot exclude it anybody. You have to give it to everybody. So that's a part of the TRIPS and the GATT agreement. Okay, so we spoke about that, and then a definition of intellectual property. Yes, so this includes artistic and scientific work, performance of performing arts, inventions, and then industrial designs, and on protection against unfair competition. It actually protects against unfair competition also. Can you tell me how it protects against unfair competition? The last point. Intellectual property protects against unfair competition. Same of?
My brand. If I make a hard duplicate, get the patent, trademark, and all these things, simply what other people will do,
Right.
they will copy and they will sell the product. In terms of price also, if it is not, in terms of price also, they will sell it for low price. If it is not public interest.
So, sir, let's say we have a patent, right? I have a patent, and then how will it protect against unfair competition? Unfair competition toward me or towards you as a non-patent owner? No, sir. It's toward me as a patent owner.
Because you are the owner of it.
If I am the owner of it, and then if he gets an idea of it, he starts making the product, it's an unfair competition, right? I spent so many years in research, and then suddenly he just gets it and he makes it. So that is unfair competition in that perspective. So patent laws, you have to think from always as a capitalist, not as a consumer. If you think as a consumer, you will always reach a wrong. Think it as a owner of a patent or a giver of a patent. While you are determining if a patent will be getting or not, think it as a giver of a patent, and when you are saying how to use it, then you think as a user of a patent or a owner of a patent. So now we are coming to the major topic of what we started there, that why a startup would require a patent. Why a startup requires a patent?
Sir, go for angel investors, we should have something more interested to them. For example,
So apps, for example, I got your point. I think everybody got his point. So apps, right? Apps are not patented. We all computer softwares are not patented. How they get so many angel investors, so called? I don't like the word angel because nobody is an angel here. Everybody has its own vested meanings. But investor, let's say like that, why they are investing in an app which is not patent protected, which can never get a patent protection. And lot of apps every day, right from Swiggy to everybody, seed 1 funding, seed 2 funding, seed 4 funding. Why they get it? It can never be patent protected. It's again a part of, like Swiggy. Do you think Swiggy can ever get a patent, sir? Swiggy app we all use. First it's a software, otherwise also it cannot get a patent. So there is a subject matter exclusion. Swiggy is a part of a business method. So it's a business model, established business model, that if I bring you food from some restaurant, my commission, and that's what Swiggy charges, right? So this is an established business model, and its business models cannot be patented. Commission-based business is a business model, so it cannot be patented. So why do you think Swiggy and anybody is investing on these kind of things? If you think for a startup, patent is necessary.
Because it is new, sir. That is why. It is a new product or service. That is why.
Sir, so which means that patents are not necessary for a startup?
Necessary, sir.
But you are yourself saying that that's why it can be given.
It's not compulsory but necessary, sir. Not compulsory, but if you have patent, added value to our project.
You will have?
If you have a patent, it will add value to our projects.
But in that case, so it means that for a startup, patent is not necessary. That we all agree. Therefore, for a startup, a patent is not a necessity. So why do it? Why should even my talk be suggested by her? Huh? Correct. So in that case, what is the guarantee for the investors' money? At least in the first case, a patent exists. There is some guarantee for the investors' money. Is also thinking something. And that's more of a good assumption, right? Will you put your even 20,000 rupees in this kind of a model? Think about it. We are all small. But the Swiggy's model is not new. It's a commission-based business. It's there since ages. It's nothing new. Swiggy's model is a commission-based business. You order food, they charge commission for it and then give it to you. They developed an app for it. So why they're now a unicorn company? So what is driving them? It's the process and the reach. They have reached out, they have branded, they have established, and it's their process. So process of getting the customers, making them used to it, making them use it, and also making a bigger network. So the money is given to them not for the operational thing, but for making a bigger network. So they have a network of all over India, all over restaurants. So whichever city you go, resident or not resident of the city, you can order a Swiggy food, right? So even it comes till here also. I am surprised it comes to in this middle of rice fields. We have rice fields there all over, even till here also. So how does it, our students get it? So this is where how the network, the extent of network goes, and that's where the benefit goes in. So, but still, the question is why, patenting is necessary for a startup. Is it very important? That's what we discovered just now, that it is not the most critical thing, right? But startup is a tech startup, right? It's a technology-driven startup. Then yes, a patent is necessary. And without a patent, there is no startup. Actually, without a patent, there is no startup. Now, let's say tomorrow you want to promote entrepreneurship in your institutions, to your students. How will you promote? You will say, do something new, and they will come up with a project, a school-like project, and then what? Then what is the end? Then what you will do with that project and with that student? So idea is, let's say we go one step ahead. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. This, right? Let's develop a prototype and let's patent it. Now, once patent is done, even the students start seeing an economic benefit in it. You will also start seeing an economic benefit in it. And if it is, let's say, a patent which can be commercial, coming to your point, if it can be commercialized, you are already seeing a startup in the beginning. That person also is motivated for a startup. So here in this, we are not talking of how to opening a startup. Our aim of this FDP is how to motivate or how to push in entrepreneurship spirit and innovation spirit in our students. And this is the one way you can do it is just promote them for the patent and make them a partner in that patent. Although we don't do it, we only create a patent with mostly our PhD students or postdocs, or we are there. But if you have students, tell them that, okay, there is a commercial benefit to everything, and not just because our colleges said it. Even if your colleges also said it, even if you have granted a patent, at least NUN criteria it has qualified, which means it is having a commercial benefit. Now it is just an application of brain and understanding of the subject and the field that you can commercialize it. Even if it came out of a force or serendipity because of our circumstantial systems that it has, we are forced to develop a patent. So in that case, yes. Only way I personally feel that if you get a patent for a student, then that student automatically goes into that mode of entrepreneurship development. Unless and until, if you just say, keep on innovate, innovate, innovate. I feel innovation word is a very broad spectrum word. Like I said a bit earlier, everybody innovates. Everybody innovates. Even the way you whistle, if I say whistle, all of you, you will have different ways of whistling. So everybody is an innovator. Everybody is a scientist. Anybody, no need of a degree for it, like us. No need of a degree. Everybody is a scientist. Actually, just that we call ourselves a scientist because possibly that we are fond of this profession. But everybody is a scientist. There's no have I ever met so far who is not innovating or who is not a scientist in its own way. So it is just a matter of our understanding. But yes, this is something which is very critically has to be thought, that how you can translate a research into a patent and then drive an entrepreneurship. Otherwise, you will know, entrepreneurship will happen, but then you will not be able to drive a technology driven business, or you will not be able to drive a higher end business. That's where, so just think about it. I was thinking, and myself I was trying to write even a paper on it, that why IITs, first generation IITs, they are better than the rest of the Indian institutions. We all know that IIT Delhi, IIT Bombay are better. Why they are better? Is it something that they teach better than us? I don't think so. I don't think IIT teachers are teaching something better. If you are teaching from a textbook, they are also teaching from a textbook. So what makes the difference between IIT Bombay and a engineering college is in Tirupati? It is not that your quality is bad or your student's quality is bad. That is also can be 9 or 10, but that is repairable. It is not that it's not repairable. Somebody is not, if he is able to get a BTech degree or BE degree, is not empty from here. There is something existing there, right? So what is the difference between IIT and an engineering college? Why we are them?
Difference in teaching, sir.
The?
Difference in learning. Actually, we are giving 70% theory, 30% practicals. They are something different. They are giving practical 70%, theoretical only 30%. In my point of view, sir. Yes, sir.
So, sir, one way of thinking at it is that I will come to intellectual property, although my topic is that only, but one way of thinking at it is placements, right? For example, IITs, placements are very high. Our placements in local engineering colleges, they have to try hard to get it placed. IITs are readily sellable. They are hotcakes, they sell. Now, what makes that difference? It is where IIT Bombay brand was created and then others were left behind. There was something which happened in this last 50 years, that IIT Bombay was created and the other engineering able to compete with that level. Okay, let us say our colleges might be new, but there are colleges which are older than IIT Bombay, engineering colleges, but still they have not been able to compete to that. So there was something which was missing there, which needs to be identified. First of all, why their students are, for example, I studied at AIMS. There is no placement. I am coming to the answer. There is no placement. In AIMS, there is no placement. 100% everybody gets a job. In medical schools, are there any placement cells? Everybody gets a job. So why there everybody gets a job? What's so special about a medical school? Why they don't even talk about a placement cell. They think there's something outlandish idea, a placement cell in a medical school. In AIMS, nobody even, that's the last thing they will think, that in AIMS that you have a placement cell. Even IIT Delhi thinks, but so 100% everybody gets a job. Whatever course you do, you will get a job. So why is that there?
Ratings also important.
Sir?
Ratings. Worldwide ratings also there. If any company visits the campus, the particular college or any institution, they will see the ratings of that particular institution.
Sir, if you look at it don't look at it from a microscopic lens. Look at it from a bigger picture. It is the translational work they are doing. Medicine is a 100% translational thing which has a field application. Why would anybody get jobless? It has 100% field application.
Experiential learning make the students to
One thing.
will make the students more equipped with the knowledge.
I agree. But that is again because of their ability to apply it. If you are, let's say you are a neuroscience professor and you are not able to apply it, but on the contrary, in AIMS, when they are doing a neurosurgery, they are able to apply it then and there. So they have personal benefit. They are able to translate the knowledge learned into an applied orientation. So that is what happened between IIT Bombay and some of the older engineering colleges. They are able to translate it. Ma'am, more than learning techniques, they were able to translate it to something field benefit. Yeah, and that's where they have bigger number of founders, startups, and tech startups or tech founders companies, we see where our people go and we are proud of them. What were they doing? They were actually learning the translational part of the research.
Even alumni also.
Huh? Alumni also. So either they founded a company or they were translating the research somewhere else. And this is where which is lacking. If we tell how to translate a research, it will never go. You will never, no need of student, their placement cell will vanish from earth, or at least from India. If we just tell them how to utilize it in the market, what is the use of these studies? Yes. If you do not tell them what is the field application, what you will do with this, I have told you 1 hour I am eating your brains, talking intellectual property, and if I fail to tell you what is the applied of it, you will tell, man, stop it. This is nonsense enough, let us go home. I have to travel 1 hour to city. Right? So what is the applied part of it? If you cannot take home anything, there is absolutely no point teaching that class. And that is where a pedagogy change has to happen. And this is what I strongly feel that over the years, this is what made IIT Bombay, and this is where some of the other engineering colleges were left behind, which were starting at the same time or maybe older than that. So, and this translation leads to patents. The translatability only will come from when you will aim for a patent. While you are teaching, you aim for a patent, that you get in a patent. And then you will automatically see the translational thing, the wheel spinning. Things will start translating in the right direction. Otherwise, if you think that, yes, because of somebody, my promotion is held up because of not getting any patents or something, then it's different. So like in IISER Tirupati, before I was here, I am here since 1.5 years. We had no patents in IISER Tirupati. In 1 year, we are having 26 published patents. In 1 year just, because we are not able to sell science. This is what I did. Not that I published 26 patents, or not that in 1 year we did so huge research that 26 patents were filed. The research existed. We just tried to identify what is commercializable, what is not, what is having a commercial angle, what is having a translatable angle. Mostly people were shy. They were like a lot of it's not an engineering. IISER is not an engineering institution where we have more basic sciences courses, right? So we had. It was very difficult to tell even our faculty here that what is the applied part of what is applied, where you can apply, where you can translate, and what is the more of a fundamental. And I feel that if it is not translatable, what's the use of that research? In India, we can't afford that high research, right? So I will leave it now here. I think I have a lot of slides I had. When I gave it to them, he said, "Here, 168 slides." I said, "No, they keep on running. They keep on adding." So that is not the case. But yes, if you have any, you can open up for discussion. I just wanted to have an open discussion about intellectual property, and because this is something which is, even if you read a Wikipedia article, right? Sure. Huh?
Tell us about patent registry process.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So this is something which I made a slide for that. So by the way, this one slide tells everything. This is an interesting slide where the Coca-Cola bottle, you see a patent, which is there is a design patent which is for the bottle. There is a trademark which is on the Coca-Cola. And then there is a trade secret which is in the formula. And then there is the overall patent for the system, right? That's the Coca-Cola. So one thing you see everything. And so this is something about the patent process. I told you about this IPR, how the patent laws went in. I didn't went with the slide there. And this is the earliest example of a patent. It is a patent which was given to Galileo, and not for his telescope. We all know Galileo invented the telescope. It was not given for telescope. So he says, under the Venetian Patent Act of 1474, Galileo applied a patent for irrigation pump. And in this, he said, I invented a comfortable machine which can pump the water to irrigate the arable land easily and inexpensively as continuously eject water from its 20 nozzles by power of a single horse. Like horse going around, 20 nozzles, it will inject water. So that was a pumping machine. And he's asking a 20-year patent so that and his family, and even after his death, his family should be able to take it. Although our Indian patent laws don't allow that. After the death, the right ceases. Copyright exists, but patent laws don't allow. And in terms of process, I will just show you the last slide. This is something where we have this process here. Yes. So process is essentially done by a standard thing, right? That be it US or be it India. Here you have a first you have to have a concept, a typical concept of a patent, right? It could be anything. Please don't be shy that this is patentable or not. You judge it. And the best judges go to Google Patents. That's a site, Google Patent. Like Google, we have Google Patents here. You type in their keywords, you will find for any keyword you type, you will find hundreds of it. But maybe there are Chinese patents or Korean patents, and then they are not actually patents. They are searching for far off or resembling keywords. So still, if you see something which is unique, write it as a concept, and then we can be patent drafter. Patent drafting requires a specialized training. So that training requires how do you protect your clauses and claims and everything. So in that case, you have to go to a patent drafting agent. They will draft the patent. That's the first step. And then you will apply they will only, or they can use, or you can yourself do it. That's very simple online procedure. You can apply for the patent in the Indian Patent Office. So for us, southern region, Chennai is the patent office. So we have to go to the Chennai Patent Office. You go there, and you for it, and your patent would be accepted, but not granted. The application would be accepted, and it will be under a waiting period of 18 months. After 18 months, they will publish it. You can ask for early publication, give them extra money. You ask for early publication. What publish means that Indian Patent Unit makes an Indian patent journal. They have a journal of where they publish all the patents, like how we are publishing our papers. And in that case, it is published. It is there for either it will automatically get published after 18 months, or you can do an early application for publication. Published, then normally there is a wait period of 4 years, 3 to 4 years, before it is examined. And then what you get is the patent examiner gives the first examination report, or FER. So this FER is first examination report. In this, they decide if you can be given a patent or not. Most likely you will not be given a patent. There will be objections from the patent office that they don't want to give you a patent on this, because it's a discretionary law. It's not an inclusionary law. Patent is a discretionary law. So it's discretions that you should be given or not. So by the basis of that, it will try to eliminate that you don't deserve this patent. Then you have to write a rebuttal for an answer to that FER, and then they would consider it, and then if there is no objection further, they leave it for public objection. 6 months they leave it in public. If anybody in public wants to object, they can object to it. If the objection is successful, the patent process will be revoked. If it is not, there is no such objection, then the patent would be granted. Then you start the tougher part. You have to pay the granting fees. First you have to pay the filing fee, then you have to pay the granting fee. Then stops the tougher part, which is the maintenance. Now you have to maintain the patent every year. So some basic money like 2,000 or 3,000 rupees has to be given to the patent office for every year. Online procedure now. Now there is no need of that, but then you can go there. And then on that you have this whole process is there, and then for 20 years you can maintain the patent. Otherwise, office will immediately abandon it. An abandoned patent will be a patent still, but it will not give you any monetary benefit. It will be a patent in your name, but it will not give you any monetary benefit, because it's not doesn't have any legal sanctity. Yes, sir.
I have had some Edison's benefiting
The?
from Edison's family benefiting from Edison's inventions. He got so many inventions.
Which family, sir?
Edison, sir. Edison. Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison, sir.
Edison. Yes, yes.
Edison's family benefiting from Edison's inventions. He got so many inventions, you know, and also so many. Whether he is getting it or not, sir.
Sir, patent is, I just mentioned, patent is for 20 years. 20 years. But it's only for 20 years. So what happens after that? Of course, you do, no, that patent will cease to exist, but you have other patents, you will publish more. I have a clause called as evergreening. Let's say I develop this, then I will say it will run with a VR or with something else. So add on to this patent. That's what GE is doing. That original Edison's patent are way expired in 20 years only. But they keep on adding more and more patents. So Samsung has the highest number of patents in the world. Samsung. Almost 1 lakh patents. Active patents right now. Right now, active patents. Samsung. Yes. That has the highest number of patents in the world, not even Apple. This is Samsung, which has 1 lakh active patents. All right, sir, I'm there only for next 5 days. We can have a discussion. I don't want to hold you. I think we have to take the bus.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I'm sure you don't have any questions. So tired. I understand. Since morning we have been, running around and finding a way into ISER. All that would have taken a lot of time, and you're all tired. So please, we'll disperse for today. And my request is by tomorrow, please be here by 10 o'clock. Our experience. I come from Reservoir Colony, that is near to Sanskrit Vidyapit. So it's almost like 1.5 hours for me in my car, imagine. And if you are using any other transportation also, please make sure you are taking 1.5 hours for travel at least. And those people who decided to stay back in the hostel, most welcome. And if anybody wants, we can arrange it. So it's up to you. But we are happy to go home and see the home and our own bed and our own room. That comfort is always there, right? Okay. Yeah, we have a North Indian and South Indian messes. Anytime the security will be there. It's like a very wonderfully shining campus. You'll see the beauty in the night. So you can always get help from anybody. People are very helpful. Students are also very helpful. And it's going to be a very nice time staying on the campus. But in any case, now you know the route. So please come quickly tomorrow. And smaller group, but we are going to be a very efficient group. That's what I'm looking at. And no request for any kind of absenteeism is obtained, because please understand we have AICT, and they may call us anytime and ask for a video call, then we'll be in trouble. So that is the reason we are trying to be very strict on that. So any feedback for us from today, we will rectify those kind of things. Don't tell me that we started late. Obvious that, we were waiting for all the participants. Sir is one step ahead. I know he's a very busy person. Sir, thank you so much for being. And tomorrow we are eagerly waiting to listen to sir. Apart from tomorrow, we have a guest from outside, that is IIT Hyderabad, Dr. Jayesh, who is going to talk about the value proposition and customer base and everything. So tomorrow is going to be like a mixed kind of a talk from lots of people. And that's all from my side. And then, have a good night, and please take care. And please come tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. We need to give a memento to Dr. Ambrish for his